Welcome in, Mountaineer Nation. I'm Sam the Man, and it's a beautiful day to be a Mountaineer, no matter where you are in the world. If you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button. That way you know when I post new videos. Been a little slow this week. Had some problems getting my head around this last game and the game coming up with Texas. But I finally come up with a few thoughts that I figured I'd go ahead and put it out there and see what you guys think. So join me as I talk about this stinker of a game, the Texas Longhorns versus the West Virginia Mountaineers, right here on the Mountaineer Effect. I call it a stinker of a game because both teams are 4-6, and both teams are better than that. You know, Texas coming off a loss to Kansas is laughable. West Virginia's coming off getting blown out by K-State, which, I went out on a limb, said West Virginia would blow out K-State. Did I know better? I did, but, sometimes you just got to be a fan and you got to dive in, and that's what I did. That's okay. I'm not going to do that with this game because this game is a little tricky. Texas comes in with a lot of injuries. West Virginia comes in with some key injuries as well. This game, in my opinion, is going to be a battle of who wants it. That's it. I could tell you what West Virginia needs to do to win, but you already know what they need to do to win. It's not that hard. The problem is execution, and that's what we haven't seen. West Virginia hasn't played 4 quarters of football all year long. We haven't seen it. And I really feel like they're a lot better of a team than what we see. I think the common denominator in what's going on this year is leadership. There is no leadership on that team. You can watch. There just is none. Nobody has taken that step up to be the leader of that team. And it's a shame because they could be a 2-loss team very easily. 15 points from being a 2-loss team. But with that being said, this game against Texas is going to be could be a huge moral victory for West Virginia or for Texas because they got to win out to get in a bowl game. So whichever team loses, not going to see a bowl game this year. So for West Virginia, they really need to pull this out. Whoever wins this game is going to win it. Whoever shows up with some passion, wanting to play, wanting to win, that's who's going to win. And that's something you can't coach as a coach. You can inspire your players, but you can't make them lead, and you can't make them have heart. You can try to pull that out of them, but at the end of the day, if they don't have it to give, they don't have it to give. And I'm not seeing that on this team. This team is the most non-Mountaineer-esque team I've ever seen. They're have all the potential in the world, just like any blue-collar West Virginia team typically has, but there's no fire and there's no leadership. And I don't know if that's a team problem or if that's a Neal Brown problem. That's why I talked about, Neal Brown and JERD's interaction on the sidelines. That, to me, that shows me a lot about how a team and their inner workings are actually functioning. Because you have this idea in your head that it's one way, and then you learn that it's maybe not that way. It's a different way. And I think for me, it showed me that Neal Brown's maybe not as in charge as I thought he was. Now, that's neither here nor there. That's just my opinion. But I think moving forward, he's going to have to be the head coach. And I think that may be part of the problem, is that he's not functioning as a true head coach. Maybe he's a micromanager. I don't know. Don't know the man. Don't know a whole lot about his personal preferences and stuff. But, it seems to me like he is a micromanager, and that could be part of the problem. But I think West Virginia is capable of beating Texas. Do I think they will? I really don't know. It could go either way. Either team could win this game. Whoever shows up and wants it the worst is going to win. And with as many injuries as Texas has, it will be hard for them to win. But coming off a loss to Kansas, they're going to be out for blood, and that's something you have to take into consideration. Steve Sarkisian don't want to get fired in his first year, and that very well could happen if they don't make a bowl game, especially with a terrible loss to Kansas. But I'm really looking forward to this game. I think it'll be fun to watch, if nothing else. Be another reason for us to cuss and throw shit at the TV and get upset with our coaches and our players. And, I'm sure it'll at least give us that. That's been the most consistent part of the year, is being able to fuss at the TV. But let me know what you think. Score predictions, you put them in the comments. I'm Sam the Man. This is the Mountaineer Effect. Thanks for tuning in. Let's go Mountaineers.